Welcome back to Live at the Roxy. This face is the face of a face that just got fucked with because Patriots. Because fucking football. Football. Am I fucking right? I'll be honest. Been a little spoiled. Been a little bit spoiled. Not used to having a losing record since 2002. Did you hear that year? Not used to having a losing record since 2002. Woo. Oh boy. Strange day, strange time to be a Patriots fan. That game was hot garbage. Seems like a compliment, even using the word hot in there. Maybe it was cold garbage. What's worse, hot or cold garbage? I feel like hot garbage would smell worse. Cold garbage, whatever. It was garbage. It was fucking garbage. And did I mention that it was garbage? So we'll talk about that game. Thanks, Broncos fans, for filling up the chat right now. So happy to have you here. And more things in the world of politics, guys. Sports and politics and sports here on Live at the Roxy. President Trump and the Beach Boys. Am I right? Am I right? Bueller. Apparently they're teaming up to raise some money for Trump. Swing, swing and a miss. We'll be talking about that. LA is creating an unarmed crisis response team. So we had talked a little bit about this possibly happening, but apparently it is happening. So what does that look like? What does that mean? Who's happy about it? Who is not? Speak about that. Joe Biden, did he or did he not buy a house? And does he or does he not own it? This is taking over Twitter. Thanks to little Trump, who is tweeting that Joe Biden owns this very expensive house, and Joe's saying he sold it, and it's a whole thing. So we can speak about that as well. And more today, Live at the Roxy. It's going to be in a shortened show. It's going to be a short show because, like I told you guys, I booked a new gig. I am going to be hosting for Hoffer, which is a sports prediction app. If you guys want to play along, then download the app, HOFR, Hoffer. And I will be talking about the Rams 49ers game tonight. So that will be live at 5, but I have to get over there and do some rehearsal. So excited for that gig. And to talk sports because I don't often, you guys know, I book things to talk comic books and cannabis and nerd and movies and TV, but not often do I get to talk sports. So I love talking sports. Sucks that I'm starting on the day that the fucking Patriots look like ball sack. We hadn't practiced in 2 weeks. What was I expecting? Our offense is trash. Not really trash. Just not a lot of talent going on there. Called my brother. I was like, what's happening? He's like, I'm watching the game, Rox. He did not want to talk to me during the game. So there's some of that. Thank you to everybody who's asking me how I'm feeling after yesterday. My rash came back, but then it went away. So I have no more bumps all over the place. My tongue's still trash. Trash is the name of the show today. Trash, fucking garbage trash. But doing a little bit better in some ways. Patriots don't help that, but working on it. This is a wild ride, guys. Every day is like a fucking roller coaster. At least we're on it together, though. Brett Hankinson, Miles Cosgrove, Jonathan Mattingly arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor. Star for killing Breonna Taylor. Star. All 3 of them. Guess we're going to continue to say that on this show. I believe we've been live for 216. Glenn, correct me if I'm wrong, shows in a row during COVID, during quarantine. Said I'd be up every day. Here she is. But yeah, I do have to leave early today to get over to Hoffer. So probably will be only about 25 more minutes of this show. So get in your questions, comments, concerns early in the super chat, in the Streamlabs. This month has been clearly really fucking rough for you guys. So I'm really sorry for what you guys are going through because I'm just noticing that we're hurting. We're hurting here on this channel. You guys must be hurting as well. And I fucking feel for you. So my hearts are with you. My souls are with you. And I hope you guys are doing okay. Only give if you can. Do not put yourself in a situation in which you're screwed. We will all figure this out together. And much love to you guys. I do want to start in the Streamlabs, though, because we got a few of them in. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. This one was coming at 4 a.m. from LD123. LD, our actress extraordinaire, said, "Hey, coach, spoke with girl from Electric." Remember, guys, the girl with from Electric was having sex with the lead actor in the movie. And like he said something gross to LD when she walked by, something like, "You want some?" or whatever. It was disgusting. So we wanted to make sure that the girl from Electric was okay because it looked like she was in pain or something. So, okay. Spoke with girl from Electric and it's all good. She was bored because he is bad at it. Confused. How with that big could it be bad? Because having a big penis does not mean you know how to have sex with somebody. That's why, LD. I think you're 18 years old, but it's better to learn that lesson now. The size of the boat does not mean that you know how to actually boat. I could phrase that better. But more importantly, Nation ZZZ is in a bad state. He's super down. He got cast as the dude in Les Mis. And due to Broadway Across America, the company that tours shows all over, pushed the start another 6 months to June 2021. He lost his part. The day after he got the part and got his plane ticket, he came out to his family. And because we live in the South, they didn't approve and kicked him out and cut him off. He's living with his friend and he's in a really dark place. He won't accept my calls, but I hope he still watches you. I'm worried he's going to take a permanent solution to this. Advice. Okay, well, we adore Nation ZZZ here on this channel and you, LD. And for those of you guys who don't watch the show, LD and Nation ZZZ both ended up watching Live at the Roxy. They both were on set together. And Nation ZZZ told us that he believes that he is queer. He was still trying to figure out because he had said like he had gotten a boner with LD, but then he thinks that he's gay and that he didn't know what to do. And that he was really excited about being cast in Les Mis. So it seems like things have taken a turn here. I think that LD, all you can do is try to be the best friend you can. You've been calling, let him know that he's loved and accepted by you. And that we've seen in this time more than ever that you just don't know what the fuck's going to happen tomorrow. So, Nation ZZZ, if you're listening, none of us could have predicted any of this. So what that means is that we can't predict what comes next. None of us could have predicted COVID or some of the fucking things going on with Trump or the state of our nation or our globe. None of us can predict how people are going to react or how things are going to go down. So the truth is, because we can't predict, you can't take a permanent solution. Because I believe what LD is saying, she's worried that you're at risk of hurting yourself. You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. You are so fucking young. And I promise you that things will not always look the way that they look now. I know that because I once was 18 years old and things don't look for me the way that they used to when I was in that dark place either. Even though I have highs and lows and ups and downs, this is a wave you're going to have to ride. It sucks that your family kicked you out. That's horrible. And maybe they come around, maybe they don't. And if they don't, then you find a new family and friends that do accept you for who you are, because you can't just live your whole life not being who you are. And also, it sucks that you got cast and then it got canceled. Same thing with me. That happened to me this year. It happens all the time because of things like COVID or things that you just can't explain. That's kind of the life that you sign up for when you sign up to be an actor, though. It's a lack of stability. And it's just, I can't say that that's the last time that's going to happen, but you never know why the universe makes these things happen. There could be something amazing right around the corner for you. So anyway, rooting for you guys both. Much love to LD and to Nation ZZZ. Everybody in the chat, send bunnies, please. Appreciate that. Looking in the chat right now, seems like a lot of you guys are going through a lot of fucking shit right now. Ugh. Fuck this year. Still got to live it. Still got to be the best us's that we can be. But also, motherfucking year, man. It's fucking tough. It's really tough. LD, thank you for trusting in us and giving us the lowdown on what's going on with Nations EZZ, and we're rooting for you guys. Also in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer said, John Get Bent said, hey, I sent in a Streamlabs on September 18th and it got refunded to my PayPal yesterday. So here it is again. Stay awesome. Thank you so much, John Get Bent. I wonder why that is. Was it because it was in a different currency maybe? But usually I try to accept those. I wonder what's happening. You guys let me know. Wild. That doesn't sound good. Leonard Kim in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, hey, Roxy, I will be crying in a dark abyss after the Pats loss. I know, Leonard Kim. I might not even make it to the World Girl stream tonight. It was a winnable game. We just sucked today. I hope your shoot went well. I'm sure you killed it. It's not until later, but thank you, Leonard Kim. Great hair. Thank you. My bad, Roxy. I thought you'd already had your shoot. In that case, good luck, and you're going to be amazing. Thank you, Leonard Kim. Let's hope so. I hope I don't fuck it up. It's a lot of information. I've been really trying to nail it, but it's tough. Leonard Kim, I know. The Patriots, I know. I know a lot of you guys in here are excited that we lost. The Patriots are one of the people's favorite teams to root against. But FML. Effing L. The Patriots today looked like I couldn't even because of COVID, the Patriots haven't practiced in 2 weeks. That was very apparent, especially with Cam Newton having COVID and coming back. He didn't look as good as he usually looked, but also there was not a lot of options for him, and our offense didn't look great. And it's not even like the Broncos looked very good. We just looked way worse. And then towards the end of the game, it really looked like we had an opportunity to come back. And with the 2 interceptions and all this, and then we just fucking didn't. So that. I mean, it happens in football, but for the Patriots to be 2-3, literally we have not had a losing record for 18 years. So this is a new kind of season, and we'll see what we're able to do and pull out. It's really challenging right now when teams are not able to stay healthy and are not able to practice and don't have the fans. And there's so many different factors. And the Patriots just have not been able to figure this out yet. Will be wild if we can't figure this out this season. One of the most dreaded teams in football, just a little bit crumbly. But I don't know. I want to listen to Belichick more later. I feel confident because in Belichick I trust, in Kraft I trust, and I believe that Cam Newton's really good and that he's not the problem. We just need a little bit more talent on the offense. We need to be able to actually practice. We run such intricate plays that we need that playbook to be down pat. So that's how I'm fucking feeling about the Patriots, Broncos. Yeah. To those of you guys, Jake says made my day. I'm sure it did, Jake. And Jake, you're an amazing moderator, so I'll let you say that once, but otherwise you get your fucking ass blocked by you. You have to block yourself. Punishment's a bitch. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer said, hello, Roxy. Love you. Thanks for giving us a short show today. Number 217. Wow. Good luck on the Hoffer show. Glad your tongue's feeling a bit better. No, the tongue isn't better. The rash is better. The tongue is awful. Stay safe and be well, RJ. And rock stars, here's a happier hashtag World Girl Sunday. Peace, love, bunnies, and hugs to you all. Yeah, so tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific time, the World Girls will do our World Girls wind down. I'm not exactly positive how we're laying this out yet. We're meeting early to talk about it, but some combination of voting, of announcing our Patreon and our tiers, which we're so fucking excited about, the Sunday wind down, and just all of those things in one will be tonight's stream. So definitely don't want to miss it because it's going to be a big announcement night and collaboration night. So we're really excited about that. We're also going to be dropping a dope ass picture along with it that's going to make you guys feel weird as fuck. So that's kind of all. The only way I know how to phrase what I just phrased was how I said it. And she said it. So there is that. Thank you, Glenn, for reminding me to say something about the World Girls and for your generosity. Always, Glenn is the fucking shit. All right. In the meantime, I don't know what that means. In the meantime, till what? Let's talk about a little bit of news. We talked about the Patriots. Let's talk about President Trump and the Beach Boys. Why am I saying those two things in the same sentence together? Well, that's because President Trump is going to visit Newport Beach today to raise money for his cash strap campaign. That's coming from the LA Times, who say that the event will feature a live performance by the Beach Boys, and tickets start at $2,800 a person, and they go up to $150,000 per couple for co-chair status. Trump is in desperate need of money, and, you know, Newport Beach is extremely conservative, so it seems like a hell of a place. Trump has been shitting on California recently, but he's doing this at like a 28-year-old young entrepreneur, really rich person's house. So it looks like he's looking for that young vote. He's looking for that wealthy audience. And I don't know how the motherfucker he got the Beach Boys to do this. It feels like what, who, how, why. I know that it's only one of the Beach Boys, but they still get to be called the Beach Boys. That sucks. That sucks. I don't really get why anybody, especially like musicians that like sing about like beach and love and freedom for all and whatever. What? Like why? So why would you guys open for him? True story, back in for the 2016 election when, nope, not the 2016 election. Wow. So back for the 2012 election when Obama was running for re-election. Wow, was that long ago? Holy shit. That's the last time Obama ran, right? 2012? I went to one of these things where I got to see Obama, and the Foo Fighters opened for him. It was one of the best days of my fucking life. Natalia took me, and it was wildly amazing. It was a house in Los Angeles, in Bel Air, and it was like I was literally this close to Obama and the Foo Fighters. And it was so funny because we're in a backyard, and the Foo Fighters are fucking raging, rocking out, and everybody in the audience is kind of like, and I'm like fucking belting because I was as excited to see the Foo Fighters as I was to see Obama. I love the Foo Fighters. I'm a huge Foo Fighters fan, so I was like fucking screaming. So I love events like these, just not when they're the Beach Boys paired with Trump. Like, that sucks dick. And artists right now are notorious for like coming after Trump for using their music for his rallies when they don't want it to be there. So I'm just surprised. It doesn't seem like a good move for them either. I wonder how much money he makes from this fundraiser. I wonder how much traffic he causes too. Let's see. This quote is coming from John Fleischman, a former state GOP official, who said, "Everyone assumes he's going to go to battleground states. No one really thinks about how Orange County, California is an ATM machine." So people are pretty excited. This is a high stakes election. More than 1,000 people. Now, this is the end of the quote, just the article from Yahoo. More than 1,000 people lined the roads from the entry to Ladue Isle down to Pacific Coast Highway as the president motorcade passed by shortly after noon, so 2 hours ago, jumping, screaming, and FaceTiming their friends. Wow. This is wild. Can you guys see this picture? Look at the people just like lining the streets. It's like 45 minutes from me. It's so wild. Okay. Earlier, supporters of Trump and Democratic nominee Joe Biden clashed. Trump backers, some with flags, signs, megaphones, and speakers playing God Bless America, outnumbered those in favor of Biden. The scene unfolded in one of the wealthiest communities in Orange County, a longtime conservative citadel that nurtured Ronald Reagan's conservatism, but voted Democratic in the 2016 presidential election for the first time since the Great Depression. Last year, the number of registered Democrats outpaced the number of registered Republicans, But the county remains home to a cadre of deep pocket GOP donors. Like I said, $2,800 to $150,000 for tickets. Looks like there's a big stage. Okay. Why? Ugh. The good news is that he's running out of money, and it takes money to win a campaign. The bad news is that the Beach Boys are doing this, and that it's probably going to raise him a decent amount of money. So put that in the category of fuck no news, if I had to. Seems like a big old fuck no. No, thank you. Fuck no, no. No fucks and fuck no. Cartha Christian with the super sticker. Thanks, Cartha. Really appreciate it. I feel like you're a relatively new name, so I'm happy to have you in here. Let me know if I'm wrong about that. We try to scan for the names all the time. So, Cartha, let me know. Glenn Caesar in Super Chat says, oh, my bad. I misheard you, Roxy. Well, I'm glad your rash is better, and I hope your tongue gets better. Me too. Fucking burns. Burns like a bitch. Burns like a bitch. Burns like a bitch. Burns like a bitch. What does that even mean? How's a bitch burn? Female dog? Whatever. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Moving forward, talking about you want to talk about this Joe Biden controversy / scandal? This is wild. I can't believe like the amount of distractions that come out on this campaign. And it's so true. Like everything Trump's people do is just such a fucking distraction. So Eric Trump tweeted out and said, the salary of a U.S. senator is $174,000 per year. This is Joe Biden's house. Seems legit, with an eye roll. And then does a picture of this house. It's like an estate with a ton of stuff going on. Okay, it's all over Twitter if you guys want to see a clearer picture. So that's what he tweets out, which was like, thank you, Eric Trump, for this unnecessary tweet, but okay. Mike McIntyre and several other people, but Mike McIntyre, who's an investigative reporter for the New York Times, writes back and says, actually, that's not Biden's house. It's a money pit he bought in 1975 for $185,000, spent 21 years renovating, and sold it in 96 for $1.2 million. And then he said, I wrote about it last time he ran 12 years ago. And it's just like, okay, so he sold the house in 96. My sister was born in 1996. She's 24 years old. It's 24 years ago that he sold this house. But also, even if he did own this house, what? Also, like, his wife makes bank. And also, he's not a U.S. senator. He was the vice president and then, like, has gone on, like, book tours and, like, made a ton of fucking money. Remember we reported that he owed $3 million in taxes, and I was like, that's so much money. But he makes a lot of money. So, like, Eric Trump, are you trying to say it's sketchy? Are you trying to say that he is lying about something? Or are you just trying to show that he has money? Or are you trying to show that you don't do your research? Like, what are you trying to do? Biden was last a senator in 2008, which, by the way, was way after he had already sold this. But he renovated and flipped a house. Like, what's your issue here? And all of the Republicans, like, just jumped on this like it was a story. And I can't even believe I'm really talking about it on the show, but it just kept making news and was like this story about this estate that Biden lives on. And it's like, how come you can just online? This is my question to people recently, especially in the last fucking little bit. How can you just like lie? How can you go online and just lie about shit that actually matters? Like, I'm a storyteller, right? So I'll say things like, it was the hottest day of all time. And maybe it wasn't the hottest day of all time, because my siblings always get on me about this. They say that I exaggerate in stories when I say things like, the grass felt the best grass that ever was felt. Like, I just like have a lot of expressive words. But You're making this up. He doesn't own that house. What? Also, it doesn't make, like, every part of your sentence was a lie and it made no sense. And it's all just like smoke and mirrors. What were you trying to even fucking say? I don't get it. I don't get it. You can't just like go online and lie and like to the world and be like, look at this, and then just like state a blatant lie, like factually incorrect, can prove you wrong, lie. What? So that was a little bit frustrating. A lot of frustrating, if you ask me. I guess we'll move on from that piece of fuck no news as well, because we do have to get out of here very soon. But I did want to mention that LA is creating an unarmed crisis response team. We've talked about that on this show before, but I wanted to get your thoughts on this. Apparently, LA is going to create an unarmed crisis response team for nonviolent 911 calls. So from CNN, they posted the LA City Council voted to move forward with a proposal to create unarmed crisis response teams that would respond to nonviolent emergency 911 calls instead of police officers. And then this is the quote that they gave. Calling the police on George Floyd was an alleged counterfeit, about an alleged counterfeit $20 bill ended his life. This is coming from the LA City Council member, Herb Wesson Jr., is what he said last week. If he had been met with an unarmed, trained specialist for the nonviolent crime he was accused of, George Floyd would be turning 47 years old today. This plan will save lives. I have to say, I want to know more and about like who, what, when, where, how, the training and all this, but like this seems like kind of a no-brainer to me. Like a no shit, this is a good idea. Biden during his town hall is talking about how police officers need to, there needs to be more of them and they need to be better trained. And when they go out on some calls, they need psychologists to come along with them. And, you know, there's a lot of different things that need to happen. And hopefully Biden gets elected and a lot of these things start happening where like people who have severe mental health issues don't end up getting murdered by police officers because they are mentally ill and like all of these things that we're seeing, or just for being born with a different skin color, you're getting murdered. But all of that aside, because this is just one thing from 5 million things that need to happen. Yeah, I think this is a good idea. I think it's a good idea when it's a non-violent offense to have people come at you with no weapons, because we are like, you know, that's scary as fuck and not helpful. That being said, we've learned, unfortunately, that when we say that they're going to be met with unarmed people, that a knee can fucking kill somebody. So you can't unarm somebody from their body. So it's not going to be enough. We need to, because the term has been so misconstrued recently, I've been trying to not avoid using the term defund the police, but like really use my words in explaining what it is that people really want. But we need to reallocate the funds, and we need to make sure that even if people are not armed, the people are not getting fucking murdered for having counterfeit money. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? So I think this is a step, not the only step, but it sounds like one good step that we could be taking. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted on that. Thank you so much to my fucking man, my friend Jig Yoda, who always comes in here in the clutch, throws in that support. It's like the silent assassin. Jig Yoda, that's what we should call you, silent assassin. Obsessed with Jig Yoda forever and always, who helps me so majorly, especially during this whack-ass time where paying bills is next to fucking impossible. For you guys too, for me as well. Okay, wish me luck today. I have to get to this gig. I'm excited about it. Please join me on the Hoffer app, HOFR, Hoffer. You guys can win some money. there's $250 in prizes and $300 for the jackpot and all the stuff that goes down. So you never know. Sports prediction stuff is really cool. And let's hope I don't fuck this up so they bring me back. You know what I mean? Also, shout out to Jared Haben, who is not only a fellow Bostonian and New England fan, so love him for that, and also on the Rock Stars, so love him for that, and also was on The Bachelorette, so love him for that. But he also got me this gig, so love giving credit where credit is due. My last 2 gigs were both booked by friends of mine, Steph Sabra and Jared, so much love and just shout out to friends helping friends, people helping people. So I'll see you guys tomorrow live at the Roxy, 1 p.m. But hopefully you guys will join us today over at Hoffer, and tonight on the World Rolls, youtube.com/the World Rolls for our wind down. We got all these announcements, all this fun stuff. Dee, Steph, and I. You never want to miss it. So love you guys lots, and make your beds. Do what you can to be 1% happier. Fuck this fuck no news. Goddamn Patriots, all that stuff. Love you guys lots. See you tomorrow.